All right, we are live. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. So, as you all know, we can look at US 30 real quick, and we've got this sell right here at 0.55 that we got into, and we were looking to run this thing back down to the gap. So, the gap play is going to be closing this area right here. Actually, you know what? Let's use a box today. So, we've got from here on over like this that we're wanting to close. We're wanting to close this area. So from current price to where we are, it's going to be about 80, to bottom of close, we'll say 86. So where this trade currently is right here, I've got this one. And again, like I said, it's 0.55. So if we pull this down here to close that gap, we're looking at about, 4,000 and some change. But I want to keep a runner, meaning I want this trade that's at the top right here to be my running trade. So when we go back and close this gap right here, I'll have another trade I'm about to place that I'll close for a TP, and I'm going to protect this one and leave it running, to take that further run down if we continue to sell. All right, so we're going to go ahead and run up here. We're going to run this one at a 0.75. Now keep in mind, yes, this is high risk for this trade, but the one thing that I do want to point out is it's Sunday. We had some really good wins last week, and I think this is just going to be a solid setup. So I'm going to sell it. We'll go in here and find that position that I just placed, which will be, let me zoom in just a little bit here. Got my positions so close together, I can't see which one's which here. There we go. So we'll run this one. We're going to run it to about, so you can always go right there, that would be candle close. That'd be candle close on it, that'd close the gap. But always give it just a little bit of space, okay? So in this case, I'll go about right here, and that's going to give me 6,000 on that TP. All right, so now we see we got those trades set up. So now it's just trade, heads down. It's going to go bam. It's going to hit that TP. You can see here, this is where we're at for the week as far as profit. Brand new week, no profit, chilling. So we're going to let this thing run down. Boom, it'll hit TP. We'll take the 55, which is $55 per pip. We'll protect that position and then let that be the runner heading down. Now let's take a look at gold. Gold has a beautiful gap. I mean, that's a massive gap for gold. So when we look at that on the 30-minute, we're going to do the same thing. We need to close this gap right here. As you guys know, in the streaming window, it's not showing the broker that I use, but I use Carbon Capital FX, which is www.carboncapitalfx.com. And as you can see, we're on MT5. Things are running smooth. No delays, nothing. That's where we like to be. All right, so what we're going to do with this, with gold, we're going to take this one. With gold, I've always liked 10 standards with gold. It's fun to trade. So let's go in here and choose sell. And we're going to run this to gap closure, which will be about right there. Give us a little bit of, that should give us a little bit of breathing room when we zoom in on that 1 minute. On that 1 minute, yeah. I didn't quite draw my gap exactly how it needs to be. So we would be filling, basically that area right there, which we've already come down to there. So we already got that lined up. So there's our TP. We'll bring it down a little bit more. Go about right there. So solid trade there. So that's the first position that we're going to have on gold. Now what I want to do, we've got this little Wickfield box right here. So I'm going to leave this on the 30, and we can see where that box takes us, which is the middle of that candle. So we potentially could push up just a tad bit more, which I'd be okay with. And if we do, with gold, I am running a hard TP. There's no runners, there's no anything taking place on gold, because gold just has these up and down moves here lately. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take this, and we're going to drop this down to 5 standards, and we're going to put a sell limit up here. And I'm going to run the sell limit. So let's look at our daily candle that we had. And there's where we're at. So we had this massive, push down right here on this candle, which ate up the rest of this candle body. But this candle body up here has not been touched. So let's find that 50%. And you can measure it out like this, and then divide that number by 2. Or you can use your Fibonacci. On your Fibonacci, you go to the candle right here at the top, go down, and find your 50%, which would be, get on that position. We'll slot it up right there. So our sell limit for gold is going to be 1,943. All right. So I'm going to remove that. So what happens now is if price, for whatever reason, does not close this gap, because there are times it doesn't close the gap. And let's just say it decides to blow through here and go up and tap that other candle to close out. It's going to put us in a sell up here at the top. and then we'll run that sell back down to close the gap. And this will be the position that we close partials and then protect when it hits down here. So I'm not going to put a hard TP on this one. I'm just going to keep an eye on it. But this is what the move we want to happen. Now, if or when TP hits right here, so let's say price doesn't go up and price comes and hits TP, I'll remove the sell stop. There's no reason for me to keep it active up there, and then I'll just find positions out here on the bottom to possibly get into for buys to run it back up if we feel it's going to go back up, or run it back down. But this is how I'm playing the gap on it. Let's go back here and look at this gap on US 30 now. How are we looking? Not bad, but we need to get some play with that one. And that's really it. We can take a look at, oh, that was a beautiful trade. That was just a beautiful trade. You know, we needed that break. We've been watching this, and it went up and rejected, and then it just broke, and just ran to the bottom. 321 pips. What a trade. Let's get this thing on the daily. Restart the template here. Wow. It went right back down to that wick fill. Right there. Weekly. Ooh. You know what, guys? I'm not going to lie. On the daily, I like that. If we zoom out and you do a break, let me do this one right here. That right there is going to be your break, okay? So if you don't like taking high-risk trades, you can just wait till this thing breaks and just ride this thing up, and your TP will be right there. But for me, when I look at this on that daily, like this, and I just see that we came right back down to test this wick fill area. I mean, granted, this thing could completely just tank and fall out of the sky, but I really like a buy up here. I'm going in on OddCAD. I'm going in. I probably shouldn't be doing this because it's Sunday, but I'm going in. We're going to run that thing right back up to the top of that candle right there for TP. That looks so good. And then Cat Chef. I got murdered on Cat Chef. I'm actually still holding that trade. And I'm going to hold that one for a bit. Let's go back and look at CAD. There it is. I was looking at this one. I really like that setup right there. And just, not a big trade. That's that daily move. But man, when you get that daily break, that looks so good. Let's look at it on the hour. Man, it's so close. Weekly. Let's see. Man, I want to take a daily trade on this one. Take that daily setup right there. Got on the hour. It's not the most beautiful trade, but I like that. Look at that. I'm just going to throw my TP. Look at these areas. That'd be a nice TP. But man, if it hits that, that means it broke a daily trend line. It's a dot to dot, which means it could continue to go. So you know what? I'm not going to put a TP on this one. I'm going to just watch it. I'm just going to keep my eyes on this one and see how it goes. All right, so that's it for the day. I mean, for now, obviously, we got US 30. Where's that? Right there. We're dropping. That's a 1 minute, though, so it is what it is. Not the best, but we'll take that. All right. That looks good. That's really, really pretty on that 30 minute. And then gold looking good. 1 minute. Cool. All right. Ty, what's up, bro? Thanks for joining, man. So for anyone watching and get involved in anything we got, meetings, mentorships, coaching, whatever, you can follow right here. I'm throwing a link in the chat. And that's how you can get involved with us. You want to come and hang out for a bit. Man, outside of that, I hope everybody has a great night. I am going to be live streaming for markups and whatnot on Carbon Capital's page. So I will be on Carbon Capital's page later this evening doing markup, probably around 10, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And that's about it. So hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you on Carbon Capital's page later this evening. Thank you, Dwight. I appreciate that. Talmadge, thank you so much, brother. But again, just want to jump on the Carbon page later and do some markups, look through some pairs and US 30, see what we're doing and see what moves we can catch for the start of the week, and go in and read the news and see what's happening. But we'll give you all something fun to play with. Go look at what JP Morgan just got fined for and how that's tied to the whole Jeffrey Epstein stuff and all the emails that disappeared. And there's your rabbit hole for the night. So you guys have a good one. I'll see you in a bit.